Ladies and gentlemen, it's my pleasure to welcome you to the 4th Business Member Organization Awards organized by the Federation for MSME Clusters. I'm so happy that you have been drawn into this room out of Delhi's champagne weather in February, the beautiful sunshine outside. I am sure that you will find scintillation in the conversations and the stories that you will hear about our successful and leading business member organizations. This morning I heard some great news from one of the business member organizations who you'll hear from later today, that India is, I think, after many years, finally growing. And the evidence is this. The machine tool industry is the backbone of industry. If you talk about the depth and strength of any country's industry, it lies in its ability to make machine tools, because that is where the technology ultimately resides. The machine tool industry in India, it seems, this year will have grown about 30%. Yes. Which is I'm told, I've got to check my records, the highest growth since the 1950s. Ooh. So you're getting depth and growth. The machine tool industry, 80% of this high-tech backbone of the country, 80% of the members of the machine tool industries are small enterprises. And that's so most parts of the world too. So it's the small who have the strength to make the big successful rather than the other way around. I'm so pleased that our country and the government in the country is paying attention, I would say, at long last, to this backbone, the medium and small enterprise sectors in the country. I was talking to Dr. Panda as we both met before this event just now, that I would say when I joined the Planning Commission in 2009, it was considered that the MSME, I mean, why would you worry about them? Because they are a problem. We wish they weren't running and begging for things to us. They're a problem. It's these big guys. They are the strength of our country and the future. But times have changed. I find every day the government is paying much more attention. This morning's papers had 3 or 4 different things that the government has done in the last few weeks, and you can tell us more, towards enabling the micro, small, and medium enterprises to be even stronger than they are. The strength of our economy lies in its small and micro enterprises. And we have, from the start since the 50s, acknowledged the need to enable or assist the small enterprises. But our approach has always been, and naturally perhaps, to direct our assistance to individual small enterprises. And naturally, maybe a bank gives a loan, it would have to be against the expectations of income or the assets of a particular enterprise. So it's many small enterprises being assisted or sought to be assisted by very big organizations like the government and like the banks, very big ones. And they find themselves very small in that relationship. And also for the big, it's a nuisance, this last mile cost and dealing with these small chaps, so many of them. It's far better to deal with Reliance and Tata's. It's much easier to do that. So what we have been missing, I would say, is the conglomeration of the small enterprises. As we say, the backbone. The backbone supports the whole body, and you can get osteoporosis in the backbone if the little particles are not gelled together strong, right? And so we, as we strengthen the fabric of our economy, must also strengthen the lateral threads in it. We have been concentrating on the vertical threads, which is from the big, the connection and the assistance to each small one, which is the vertical threads. And therefore the fabric is weak because the lateral threads, the connections amongst the small, the collaboration and the social solidarity of the small has been too weak in our economy. The business member organizations are the lateral threads that enable the small to have more strength together. More strength by being able to share and manage resources that they cannot own individually, as well as more strength in being heard and in their representation to be counted as the valuable members of our economy, which in fact they are. What we are assembled today is to give awards to the best of the BMOs that we have found, that is FMC has found. I'm so pleased that other than us who are assembled in the room, there are many others who have thought this effort a very worthy one. I need to thank Shri Giriraj Singh, the Honorable Minister for MSME, who has sent a message to us, we received, in this that he conveys his best wishes for the grand success of our function here today. The other is, such a pleasure, that Dr. Pranab Mukherjee, former President of India, has also chosen to convey his best wishes to us on this endeavor. So ladies and gentlemen, with that, I'm going to be passing it back to my colleague Shivani to help us enjoy a very good morning celebrating the best of our business management organizations in India. Thank you.